Hello and welcome to our tuition video on GarageBand. It's basically how to get started on it. Little basics that'll help you. Little things that we've learned throughout and been taught ourselves that have actually evolved our game. So hopefully this can help. We're going to cover things such as editing chords, tempo, recording, quantising, adjusting the metronome. Other things such as velocities, and we're not just recording one thing, we're recording the drums, basically the full thing to get you started on your track. And yeah, we'll give it all a nice little EQ, get it all ticked off, and you should be good to go off on your little path and create some sex.
GarageBand tunes.
Yeah, all that.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to open up our GarageBand. What you're going to see here is a plus sign. And that plus sign, what you're going to do is you're going to click on that plus sign and it's going to open up a brand new project, so to speak. And then what we're going to do is we're going to keep going through all the different types of instruments we could possibly start with. I personally myself would start with keys, because on GarageBand you can structure chords quite cleverly through this process that we're going to show you now. I am going to open up the settings, which is the little cog on the top right hand corner, and I'm going to go to edit chords. So as you can see here, we get a choice of which chords we could use. At the moment it gives us a bog standard chord progression, which you can use. You're more than welcome to try out, but at the moment we're going to start working in the key of D major. So we're going to shift through all these different things to have a look. There's major 7, so we're going to start with a D major 7. We'll go into another video why major 7s are nice to use, but tonality, they can really help chords.
Nice start.
Yes. So also with this process is I tend to do these things by ear, because this type of thing does really require a little bit of theory knowledge to do with where chords lie, where the scales lie in the mix. But here I do tend to work out by ear, just to show you that it can be done without theory. You can use your ear and your tone of your ears to hear the chords and if they fit in places, which is what here I'm trying to do and test.
That's how we all started doing it, really.
Yeah, we go through and we practice and we listen to chords, see where it mixes and stuff. So, and here I'm going to change the tempo of the track. So I had before I did these chords, I had a tempo in my head that I'd already figured out as I was playing the chords. So we've opened the tap tempo box, and what we're going to do is we're going to tap our tempo out. So that beat that you have in your head, you're going to tap that out with your finger on that box. Alternately, you can change the tempo to your desired tempo. It's going ham.
Oh, we're getting spammed. Oh. Hi, Olga. Thank you for spamming us. Thank you.
Yes, me.
It's an essential, obviously.
So we've pressed the record button, which will eventually show you this 1, 2, 3, 4, which is the tempo coming in, which is 4 beats before you come in. So you have to remember, after those 4 beats, it will start recording. I could carry on for those 8 bars, but because I'm going to stick to these 3 chords, I'm going to show you a process of what we can do to save some time. Also, what we're looking at here is we're checking the quantisation of the track.
Make sure it's on the beat.
Yes.
In time.
Exactly. So now, not all of us have naturally perfect rhythm. It's fine. We sometimes make mistakes, but instead of going over those mistakes and smashing hours and hours until we hit that perfect out, thankfully we have technology to correct those little tiny adjustments so we can make it perfect for our track.
Thank you, Apple.
Thank you. So
again, we haven't been paid.
No.
This is genuinely, this will help you. Take note. So what I'm going to do now is hold down the MIDI and you'll see the words loop, loop. Click on loop, that will then loop your tracks that you've recorded. In this case, we've only recorded up to the 4th bar, and that will give us a nice little first section of the song, being 8 bars. Nice and easy. There's our base of the song, 3 chords. Now what we're going to do is add some drums.
So I've opened up the drum machine here. So what this does is that you can pick out and individually tap your own piece of kit that you want in your track. So here at the moment I'm experimenting with the beat with the piano behind. So what I'm going to do is put the metronome on and I'm going to start recording. But I'm only going to record 1 section at a time. This is the best way to start if you're a beginner, because not all of us can immediately tap drums out. Because the best way to do it is to individually take those sections out like this.
Chop it up.
And chop it up and make sure that when you're recording, to remember that that is the section that you're playing. So now we're going to pick another side. But first we're going to loop. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have a little look into the quantisation to make sure it's the correct quantisation, to see that it's in beat.
Woo!
Yeah,
It's in beat.
Yes. So now we're going to loop. Oh, now once we've looped, we're now going to pick another side of the kit. So there we've picked snare. On GarageBand, there is a certain difference in velocity. And velocity on this is when you hit that specific part of the kit. If it's a low velocity, it will be hit harder. If it's a high velocity, it will be more sensitive. Here you can see it's more sensitive, and you can almost do a snare roll with the higher velocity. So we're going to pick a higher velocity for this set. Yep.
Velocity.
That is
Loud and quiet.
velocity too. So as you can see here, if we turn the velocity off, it is loud, and you can hear that you won't be able to do that snare roll that we've been looking for. So we're going to start with the record and the snare roll. I've started on the 5th bar here, which is fine as long as you get that half section, you can loop.
It is nice how it has actually got a tool where, depending on where you hit on the drum, it will sound different.
Yeah, each different part of the kit will
Which is great. That's amazing. And again, this is free. You can download it on the App Store.
All for free? Yeah. So you can see that I've cut the first section off because I didn't quite like that section. So I'm going to go with the second section. I've brought it back and I've looped and I've gone through the same process as before with looping. So now I'm going to pick another section of the kit, and this time we're going to pick hi-hats.
Which again, depending on where you hit, sounds different. You get the open and the close.
Yeah, and also here, if you can see, if you tap like this and you hold and drag your finger, it'll give the same effect as this. It'll do a triplet. Depending on what setting you've got in your quantizers, as you drop and drag over, the tempo will increase, and it'll show you a pattern that you can play along with that tempo. So now we're going to record here. I'm doing double tap with my fingers. You can do this with one finger. You can do it sections at a time. So now we've stopped, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a little listen to see if it's in quantized. You can see it's been quantized, so we're going to put it back. And there we go. We've got hi-hats along with kick drum and snare drum and piano. Here we're going to look at turn the piano down a little bit, and here we're going to have a look a little bit of EQing on top of effect.
Again, it's an amazing tool, isn't it?
Yes, it is. There's a lot of settings.
Manipulate and change how the thing that you just recorded sounds.
So here we've gone into reverb. Reverb is great to use on instruments like piano to give a really deep effect. Here I'm messing with the settings of it. You can listen in and you can hear the differences of when I'm turning up, the difference of wetness of the reverb or how dry that track is. And you can determine whether or not you like that type of reverb, and you can go with it.
So yeah, that is literally the basics that you need to know. How to get your track going, how to find some chords, how to set the correct tempo, how to add a little beat, how to make sure it's in time. When you've done them bits, then you can't really go wrong. It's one of them. Like
and keep watching for more, because there will be more. Because there is so much more to GarageBand. This is just a tiny section.
First part,
very first part. There's so much more to go. So keep watching, and I hope we hope you like the video.
Yeah, that's it. Hope that you've learned something. I'll see you next time.